You know, in all my years of trading, I have not seen this very often. This thing went from 150 to $8 in 2 days. So this was me today. Please like the video, please subscribe, and if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. So this is about the movies. Not about AMC specifically, but just the movies in general. It reads, Memorial Day weekend box office could be first to top $100 million since the pandemic began. This Memorial Day weekend could break the $100 million mark at the box office. The weekend of April 23rd is the highest grossing weekend the box office has seen during the pandemic, with ticket sales reaching $57 million. Heading into this Memorial Day weekend, more than 70% of theaters are open, and Hollywood has two blockbuster releases, Cruella and A Quiet Place Part 2. Okay. I believe April 23rd was when Godzilla vs. Kong came out, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of people were excited. That was like the first big movie to be back in theaters since the reopening. And honestly, I'm pretty sure AMC is like the only movie theater around anymore. There's like Regal and a few smaller ones. This is just good news overall for the economy. You know, people are getting back out there, spending money. Got to spend money for the stock market to go up. And this is good news for AMC because I'm sure most of the people going to the movies are going to go to AMC. All right, here's AMC. Yesterday, I believe it closed around 30, 29.70 around there. And then in the aftermarket, it was pumping. You know, shorts were covering. And today in the morning, it reached a high of about $37. And yesterday I said if it went to the upside, no one really knows where it's going because we're officially in uncharted territory. We broke the all-time high, so it's anyone's best guess where this would go. And today it was established. There's a new all-time high of 36.72. We'll just call it 37. Still not too much data to go off of to draw new support and resistance, but at least we have new data now and we can kind of guess where things are going now. The RSI is at 85, so it's still overbought and overvalued, so I wouldn't be surprised if this continued to pull back. Really, it's due for a pullback. Today it finishes at 26. I can't really say where the next level of support would be, but this can come back down to $20. That's the next definite level of support I have, but there's probably another one in there. You can't really go off of 2 days of data, so it's hard to draw that. And if it goes to the upside, the next level of resistance, this is easy because it's the all-time high, would be $37. I'll draw that right now. So this is a wide channel here between 20 and 37, so I'm pretty sure there is another level of resistance in there somewhere, or maybe a few, but it's just very difficult to draw because there's not much data to go off of. So, in the next few trading sessions, hopefully we can have some more data and start to understand and analyze new levels of support and resistance. But like I said, this is still overbought and overvalued according to the RSI, so I would not be surprised if this pulled back more. I'm expecting it to, but you never know with these meme stocks. This stuff is absolutely crazy. This could, in fact, blow right past 37. Who knows? If you were holding, probably made a lot of money this week. I just hope you guys didn't FOMO win the top. It would have been the worst thing to do. Somebody did. Yes, this is AMC. It appears like the run is cooling down, or maybe almost over. But had a really good run this week. Absolutely insane. Went from 12 all the way to 36, 200% in a week. That's absolutely absurd. I don't really know how you can't take profit there, but the apes are holding, they refuse to sell. Diamond hands all the way.
With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold.
So congratulations to everyone who made money from AMC this week. Very happy for you guys. Okay, now let's do GME. GME got hit a lot harder than AMC. They generally move together, but today, yeah, GME got slammed pretty hard. Well, considering where it came up from last week, I guess it's not too bad, but finishes down 12.64% at $222. Well, I already had these levels of support and resistance drawn out, and yesterday I said that it's pushing this 260 resistance, and if it breaks out at 260, it can go up to about 350, and if not, it can fall back down to 220, and if it breaks 220, it can come back down to 150. So today, it hit the resistance of 260, and it could not break that, and in fact, it came right back down to 220, and it looks like it's having a hard time breaking that. So it looks like there's strong resistance at 260 and strong support at 220, just like I predicted. So same thing I said as yesterday, except now it's trying to break the support instead of the resistance. If this falls below 220, this can come all the way back down to 150, and if this goes back up, the next level of resistance would be 260 again, and if it breaks 260, then it can go back up to 350. Same thing as yesterday, same levels of support and resistance, and the RSI is no longer past 70. It's now at 62, so we're no longer in overbought and oversold territory. It's coming back down to normal. So we'll see where this goes. All right, now let's talk about VTNR. Okay, this is VTNR, Vertex Energy. Not really a well-known stock, but this has been trending last couple of days, especially yesterday and today. And full disclosure, I did have a position in this yesterday or today. I talked about it. I said I shorted this at 420, and I was looking to get out at around like 3, because yesterday the RSI was at like 88, and it was already up 150%. So logically, you would think that it's going down, right? It usually does. Today, in all my years of trading, I have not seen this very often. This thing went from 150 to $8 in 2 days, all right? That's like a 5-bagger or something. In 2 days, 400%. Absolutely insane. The only other time I've really seen this is when GME happened, the first time, in January. Today, it's up another 96%. It closed at 380. And it opened at 6, and it pushed all the way to 8 at the end of the day. So this was me today. Other YouTubers, they're only going to share the trades where they won with you, but full transparency here. I'll show everything I do. You can't win them all. Example right here. I've showed trades that I did win last couple of days, and here's one that I did not win. Very interesting because it double gapped. Huge gap up. Another huge gap up. And the RSI is at 95 now, so extremely, extremely overbought and overvalued. Really, really frothy. Personally, I usually double down when things go bad, but this time I had a bad feeling about this one. I got out at about 650. Thank God, because this went all the way up to 8. But I usually do double down. This specific case, I had a really bad feeling about because I'll show you right now. Probably the biggest reason why that this popped off today, that VTNR popped off today, is because this hedge fund, I think it's a hedge fund, they upgraded the price target from 4 to 25. That's pretty absurd. I've never seen an upgrade that big I did more research. I was on StockTwits, and everyone was saying this company is crooked. Don't trust them. They're known for pump and dumps and underwriting and offering shares. So I did a little bit more research on this company. There's really not too much on the internet. There's not many reviews, but on Google, they have a 2.2, and even this is deceiving because, look, 5 reviews just came in the last day, right before this popped off. 5 stars, all of them, no comment. But the ones that are leaving reviews, look, every investment they touch turns to garbage. Like stealing money, please share and be careful from scammers like this. I did not lose, thank God. They just said shares will go to 25 from $1 for BS company. Every time these guys do a secondary, the stock loses half the value like clockwork. Everything they touch tanks. Every investment they touch turns to garbage, like stealing money. Every time they arrange financing for a company, the shares tank. If you're invested in a company and see these guys arranging the financing, be prepared for a huge drop. So, yeah, see? Scum of the earth. Garbage humans. So, they don't have a good reputation. I did some more research. They've been sued a lot for securities fraud, aka manipulating the stock market. Again, usually I double down when I'm in the red. But I looked into why this continued to run today because that doesn't really make much sense. After a 150% gain, things usually don't run 100% again the next day. That's absolutely absurd. And then, so I started doing some research and I think I found some answers. Because this hedge fund looks like they're manipulating the stock. It looks like they're going to pump it and then they're going to dump it. So I didn't want to double down because this is really, really sketchy here. And I just really didn't have a good feeling about this. So I just cut my losses. Lost a couple $1,000 on this one. It's okay. You can't win them all. You just got to win more than you lose. So not sweating it. But this really makes me wonder about what's going on behind the scenes. It seems like there's some shady stuff going on here. And I don't want to cry conspiracy theory, but something's not right. Something is not right here. RSI is at 95. It looks like this thing is going to come crashing down, but that's what it looked like yesterday, too. There's just shadiness going around. There's shadiness all around in this one. So I said, screw it. I'm not touching this one no more. I'm out. I'm gonna cut the loss, and I'm moving on. This one blew my mind. This one absolutely blew my mind. I was watching this all day. I could not believe what I was seeing. And I got short squeezed out of this one. I got short squeezed out of this one. And a lot of other people did too. All right, now let's do GOED. Okay, so here's GOED. Goediker. I think that's how you say it. Actually, I was thinking about playing this one yesterday. I was looking at this one and VTNR. I decided not to go with this one because I didn't like the technicals that much. I thought it could have been more overbought. I didn't really want to take a position when the RSI wasn't showing overbought and overvalued. The volume is relatively low, so it's not that liquid. And I just thought VTNR was a better play. We see now today, I should have went with this one and not VTNR because I was thinking about getting in this one at 11. I believe that's the first time it got halted. Yeah, it literally went from 17 down to $1.80 in one day. So, yeah, I would have made a lot of money if I shorted this one, but I didn't. Again, you can't win them all. It's okay. I'm not sweating it. But I do feel really badly for the people who did buy this because I was on StockTwits and I was reading, the sentiment. There was a lot of unhappy people, crying manipulation, crying corruption, telling people to file reports with the SEC about, shadiness, manipulation. I believe that they did a stock offering, like out of nowhere in the middle of the day, which I guess you can't blame them for because when the stock goes up this high, you kind of expect a stock offering. But, the company claims that they didn't know why the shares were popping so much, and then they turn around and do a stock offering on the same day. So, Again, I don't want to cry conspiracy, but doesn't really seem normal. Seems like there's a little bit something going on behind the scenes here. Yeah, there was a huge gap down from 6 all the way to 180. It went from 17 to 6 during the regular hours, then down to 180 during the aftermarket. So, very, very disgusting. I'm very sorry to everyone who bought into this at any price, really. Like, if you bought in at 16, 14, 10, 6, you got screwed either way. Really, really bad. I don't think it really makes much of a difference where you bought in. You got screwed on this one. What can we learn from all of this? Well, for one, I would say don't FOMO, and that's usually the case, okay? Not always, but if you see something running 100%, please don't FOMO. That's not a good idea. Yes, sometimes it works. We see AMC, we see VTNR, you know, the thing was up 150%. People are still FOMOing. They make another 100%. Just because it happened over there doesn't mean that that happens all the time. And in fact, it typically does not. So you kind of get into this gambler's fallacy where it worked last time, so you think it's going to work this time, and then it doesn't. And then, you know, you start losing your money over time. It's best to just stay disciplined. Don't FOMO into stuff like this. What else can we learn? Day trading, swing trading, is pretty risky stuff. So, you know, if you're not too familiar, if you're not too good with this stuff, practice a little bit more first. Maybe do paper money trades, or, you know, invest little amounts of money that you can't afford to lose. And most importantly, I just said it, don't invest what you can't afford to lose. So, you know, there's people crying on stock twits like, oh, I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know, this was like my life savings. It took me years to make this. You know, a whole year's of gains gone in one day. And yes, I'm terribly sorry. That is terrible. But you shouldn't have put that much, you know? Like me, I lost a couple thousand in VTNR. You see me? I'm cool. I'm not sweating it. I'm a little suspicious about the way it went down, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know? You accept the risk, and if it doesn't go your way, you already accepted the risk. So, you won't get that upset about it. So, you know, you see a lot of people on stock twits losing a lot of money that they really couldn't afford to lose. Or, they could afford to lose it, but it still really hurt. I understand you guys want to take bigger risks and, you know, put in more money to make more money, but when it goes bad, it goes bad. Accept the risk before you go into the trade. You should have your limits set, you know? Like, you should know when you're getting in, when you're getting out. Another thing, we just kind of have to accept that there's a lot of manipulation going on in the market. You know, everyone screams about it, and it's true. We all know that it's being manipulated. Just can't do anything about it. This is the game we play. So you got to learn how to, you know, how to be a player in the market and not get screwed at the same time. Yeah, this is GOED. You know, now the RSI is at 29, so it is undervalued, oversold. I'm not quite sure why you would buy this at this point. You know, I would not trust this company after what they pulled. I guess it could be a good buying opportunity, not financial advice. But I would just stay away from this one. Seems really shady. I would stay far away. That is GOED. Again, sorry to everyone who lost on this. That's really terrible. And congratulations to everyone who made on VTNR. You squeezed me. You got me. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe. And if you enjoy my content and want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. Link in the description down below. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. Have a great weekend, everyone. Happy Memorial Day. I see you guys on Tuesday. Peace out.